Hello, this random person here, and I'm actually doing a video for school. I'm in college at Western Kentucky University, and I'm taking a language proof and logic class, and the teacher was explaining logic gates with electricity, and I was like, you ever heard of a game called Minecraft? And since you're going to be watching this, uh, the teacher's going to be watching this, I should probably refer to him directly. Professor Ian Schnee. I never really learned how to pronounce your last name. Sorry. Anyway, so he gave us I wasn't really paying a lot of attention because I was busy throwing this together. But yes, I was in the middle of class doing this. I was like putting together like an AND gate, and that's a NOR gate, an OR gate, an AND gate, a NOT gate, and all that stuff. I was busy putting that together in the middle of class. It didn't take long. It took all of like 2 or 3 minutes, but he happened to have been explaining the electrical circuit thing in that time. But so I'm not sure if it was extra credit or or not really an assignment, but just kind of like a challenge. But anyway, I asked if I could do it in Minecraft because I just told him that you can do stuff like that in Minecraft. And so these are truth tables. Um, so here's the truth table. It's P and Q, and as you can see, on, off, off. If P is on and Q is on, then P and Q should be on. And if P is on and Q is off, then P and Q, or that's P or Q, I'm so sorry. P or Q can be on. And, whoopsie, I had a small typo here. That should be off. There. So if they're both off, it's off. But if one of them is on, it's on. And if both of them are on, it's on. So I can see they're both off. And this light, which is going to be the output, so they're both off. This is P, and this is Q. And if P's on, the light is on. If P and Q is on, the light is on. If Q is on, the light is on. But if they're both off, the light is off. So just kind of, let's say this one. P is off, Q is on. Well, P off, Q on, output is on. Both off, output is off. So you can see that these levers and this tiny bit of wiring back here does the logic gate thing. This is simply an OR gate, since it is an OR problem. The one thing I have noticed though, the Minecraft excuse me. For an OR gate to work, it actually inverts the flow. So like if the levers are both on, it turns the output off. If they're both off, it turns it on. So I have to actually put a NOT gate behind the levers to make it as it should be. Otherwise, it'd be as if there was a NOT gate. It's like there is a NOT gate when there's not a NOT gate. So I kind of had to work at that. Professor Schnee. Okay. This is a different texture pack than the normal game. This is a much higher quality texture pack. One thing I like about it is it makes the redstone much more definable. It makes it straight lines and etc. I'm a bit OCD. But this is just a higher quality one. Just thought I'd get that out there. Anyway, next. It's the same truth table. Well, no, it's a different conclusion. But, you know, P and Q. Or there's P and then there's Q. And then on, off, on, off, which is the normal setup for two inputs. And then this is not P and Q. So this was P or Q. P or Q, not P or Q. I'm sorry, I'm really sleepy. I just got home from school. I'm ready to take a nap, but I have a meeting soon. Actually, probably should have it now. Anyway, not P or Q. So if P is on and Q is on, it's off. If Q is off and P is on, it's still off. And if P is off and Q is on, it's still off. But if they're both off, it's on. Now, as you can see, it's off right now. And it is on. You turn one of them on, it turns off. Both of them are on, it's off. That one, off. Both off, on. So just by doing that, I've cycled through all the possible combinations, and as you can see, it's only on when they are both off, just as the truth table says. So, That's that one. Not P or Q. Now this one is not P and Q. So same truth table. P on, off, off. Q on, off. So not P and Q. If they're both on, it's off. So they're both on, it's off. But otherwise, no matter what the other combinations, it's on. Now, at the end of class, you actually, Mr. Schnee, Ian, Schnee, you should probably correct me so I actually know how to pronounce it so I don't mix it up. I don't really. Anyway, I'm just going to say Schnee. Anyway, so you never actually put it back on the board, so I went off what one of the students told me, and they said off, on, off. But then I went online and looked it up, and it said off, on. And I tried doing off, on, off, and it was literally, I couldn't figure out how to do it. It's probably possible. I mean, I know it's possible. It's just a whole lot more complicated than I was willing to try. And then I found out I was wrong anyway, and it's off, on. But if it's not off, on, which I am sure it is, I checked it out and thought about it and all that stuff. If it's not off, on, then I can redo this one the other way. But I'm pretty sure this is right. So when they're both on, that's the only time it's off. Otherwise, it's on. So it's on, it's on, it's on, it's off. And then again, all the way through, this is P and this is Q. Just like over here, P and Q, P and Q. So those are the three you gave us in class, right? Well, I decided to try one more, slightly more complicated one, which has three. It's A, B, and C. So with three, for those of you who don't know, the setup is a little bit different. It's A is true, 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 true 4 times, and then false, false 4 times, and then it's the same pattern as below: true, true, false, false, true, true, false, false, and true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false. So I'm doing A and B, and that's all in parentheses, or C. So one thing that I would like to state: whenever C is on, I had to do T's and F's because it wasn't enough room. Whenever C is on, every time C is on, it's on. So no matter what, if C is on, it's going to be on. It doesn't matter about these two. These two are completely irrelevant. As you can see, all three are on, it's on. A and C are on, it's on. B and C are on, it's on. So whenever C is on, it's automatically on. Let's look at another one here. So all three is on. And when both A and B are on, it's also on, which says up here, A and B or C. So whenever both A and B are on, but whenever one is off, so if only A is on, it's off. Whoops. And if only B is on, it's off, as you can see here. It's off when only A is on, and it's off when only B is on, and then it's also off when they're all off. So there you go. And I tried doing one with 5 inputs, but like this thing over here, the chart thing, was just way too complicated. I got messed up trying to make it. I didn't even try the wiring, and I'll show you the wiring for this one real quick. It's not all that complicated. It's a lot like since it's A and B, it's a lot like this one without the not. And then all I did was add an override. I made C an override. So whenever C is on, this one, okay, so basically when both of these are on, this turns on. So when that's on and that is on, this turns on. If one of them's on, this is still off. So when this is on, obviously it powers the lights. Think of these as wires, and these just make the wires go longer. This is like it's called a repeater, but it's kind of like a extender box thing that internet companies use. Forgot what they're called. But anyway, so when this one turns on, it powers the lights. But whenever this one is on, it doesn't matter if this one's on or not, because this one's automatically on. It's just a straight line straight for the lights. So whenever this is on, I'll show you real quick. Whenever this is on, this is automatically on. It goes straight from here to here. And then to show you, if only one of these is on, you can see that this one went off. Like when both of these torches go off, this torch will turn on. This torch went off, but this torch is still on, so this torch is still off. And as you can see, this is on, but that one's still off. So I'll turn this one on. So now both of these are on, so both of these are off, so this one is on. So now, as you can see, this one is still off. This one is off, but this one is on, so it's powering the light. Since both of these are on, this one is on, light's being powered. If this one is on, no matter what, it doesn't matter about this, the light is powered, which is exactly what this says. A and B or C. Now for people who play Minecraft, this is really useful. If you have a base, you could turn these into buttons with the with something like this that turns buttons into levers. So you could turn them into T-flip. It's called T-flip-flop. You can actually build those without repeaters too. But anyway, oh, that's an NPC village over there. So you could have a base where they have to push buttons A and B, but someone somewhere else can push a third button, C, and the door automatically opens. You can set this to a timer that resets A and B, the clicks of A and B, so that like if A or B is on, then it resets and turns off after a certain time limit, meaning they have to hit A and they have to hit B within the time limit, or like in a certain order. You could have it so if they hit a third button, like you could have like a bunch of buttons up on a wall, and if they hit A and then hit a different button, it resets A. So they have to hit both A and B right after each other, and if they hit any other button, it resets. And then if they actually hit C, it automatically opens, so C could be somewhere else. But that's for people who actually know a lot about Minecraft. For the purpose of this video, I just want to show truth tables being made in Minecraft. You can logically make any possible truth table. It just might get a little complicated. But you can make any possible truth table, because all you need to really make a truth table is the expressions of like and, or, and not. Those three, you can make any truth table. Actually, technically, I remember in class he said it with just like not and or not and or, like just two of them, you can actually make any truth table, because using not, you can actually express the other. But having all three, which Minecraft does have, they have AND gates, they have OR gates, they have NOT gates, so they have all three. They also have everything in between, and you can do so much more. One thing I was going to do in this video but didn't wind up making is in Minecraft, I don't know if you can actually, I'm going to do this real quick. I have a challenge for you, Professor Schnee. Anyway, I have a challenge for you. I want you to make a proof of this. So let me just throw it together. So obviously A. If A is on, it's on. If A is off, it's off. Let's add a second one to the mix. One second. There's a much easier way I could have done that. It's whatever though. Anyway, whatever. It's whatever. So if A is on, oh, that's not working correctly. I need to have a repeater here. A is on, it's on. A is off, it's off. But let's add something else to the mix. I don't know if you can actually express this with Boolean connectives. This one you probably could, but when you get like really complicated, I don't think it's possible. But you might astound me. There might be a rule that we don't know about yet that controls what I'm about to show you. But basically, in Minecraft, you can actually have a switch, let's call it B. And what B does is makes A completely useless. Whenever B is flipped, A does not matter at all, ever. It doesn't matter if it's on or off. Any other combination, if B is flipped, then A is useless. Now you could have like, now that I think about it, it's probably something kind of like over here, where it's just an override switch at the very end. So it would just be an OR at the very end of however long the connective is. So scratch that entire thing I just said, because this would just simply be an OR at the end. So now it's a, well, no, it's not. It's not an OR, because it's like an override, because it doesn't like you could have A, B, C, Q, D, F, L, J 1964. Yeah. Oopsie. Let's just call this one C. So let me do this real quick. There. So A on, whoops, I gotta flip this one. Oh, I broke it. There. So this one has to be on. Now if C is on or A is on, so C or A, it's on. But if B gets flipped, it's automatically off, no matter what these are. But I guess that is like an OR gate. I'm not really sure. This is kind of confusing. And you could have one that, for example, just for example, you could literally have one that sorry, I'm trying to figure something out. Okay. No. Let's just a much easier way to do this. And that's not it. There. So if this one's on, yes. And then there we go. Let me just rearrange these real quick. So here we go with B. No, you're B. And you're C. C. And you're D. Done. Okay. So C has to be on, but D also has to be on. If C is off and D is off, and actually it has to be in exact order. If D goes off, no it doesn't. Never mind. If D is on, if D is off, it doesn't matter if C is on or off, doesn't matter if B is on or off, doesn't matter if A is on or off. But if D is on, doesn't matter if A or B is on, C has to be on. And then it matters if A and B is on. It's A or B. So it's like A or B, and then and C and D. So I guess that's how you would say that. So I guess I kind of answered my own question. But you can, as you can see here though, you can much easily do more complicated truth tables than you can by writing it out by hand. Using Minecraft, you can do really complicated truth tables. Like for example, I could just keep adding switches here. I could just keep on adding them all the way down here, and they would all matter, and then you could actually comprise a truth table by just having this one on and having the rest off, and having 2 on and having the rest off, having 3 on and the rest off, and then, you know, continue that pattern until you have all of the ones necessary. So you could actually comprise a truth table of just these switches. And technically, since if you think about it, you wouldn't even really need a truth table because this is an interactable environment where you can actually come flip the switches. If you had it like labeled more properly, it'd make more sense. So yeah, I'm going to conclude this video now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Professor Schnee. I'm sorry. So sorry. I probably butchered your last name so many times in this video, however long it is. Anyway, you can give me a challenge. I gave you a challenge. I want you to express this one. This. In Boolean connectives, unless I think I already did, but I might have been wrong because I wasn't really thinking about it. So yes, I want you to comprise a truth table of this if you want. You don't have to, obviously. And what I will do is I will make an actual Minecraft thing with up to 4 inputs with a truth table, much like I did to these. With whatever scenario, I guess you could say it, whatever conclusion you can logically come up with. It has to be logical because otherwise it's impossible. So yeah, I'm going to end this video now. Thank you for watching. Have a good day, or night, or evening, or afternoon, or other thing.